can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
T-Rag got me.
Big boy to be so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Your chain, name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but in front of the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LREs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be great at small times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Big Chubb, the ball. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. Odell Beckham. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. 10 at the 17-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. 25-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. At the 30-yard line. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, LA. Complete to number 13. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield now. They set up the screen to Chubb. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
Mayfield's pass.
7 yards to pick up there.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play fake. Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, let's go. 56.
From the gun, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
49-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
10 at the 29-yard line.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
Browns 14, Chargers 7. Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
23-yard line.
Wide open. It's Allen, complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. Going back to Allen, he's got him again. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To the air again, Herbert. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Jacob Phillips in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Flushed out right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Operating from the gun. Herbert. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long. Kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Make sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Odell Beckham.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mayfield off the play fake, rolling to his right. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
I got my coffee rolled out for you.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Devin Duvernay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Gano now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 17, Browns 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out? Oh, Chubb fumbled it and picked up by the Chargers.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Running on first down, Eckler. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
The ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Chargers.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On second down, Eckler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
At the Browns' 2-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Austin Eckler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
The kick
and his kick is good.
Makes the score Chargers 24, Browns 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in the game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go play action. Mayfield rolling to his left. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Mayfield with it once more. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A very solid gain of 27.
Down, Chargers.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On the option, here's Ekeler. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Murray fighting, lost the football, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Buying time to his left. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gano's kick is good. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the gun, Herbert. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he comes back with one complete.
Herbert's pass.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
14-yard pickup, but it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And the Chargers first down.
Herbert back to the air. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack in the campaign.
2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. It's caught on the right side. Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
Now.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, this was a clear day in September. I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
Mayfield on play action. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's got room. 20. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mayfield to throw it, and it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Gano for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Chargers 34, Browns 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will make it into the end zone.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Throwing again, Mayfield on second and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 42. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Kenneth Murray, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Second and 2 at the 50-yard line.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 50, here's Herbert. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
44-yard line.
2nd and 11. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to get stopped up quickly.
Number 30.
Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Complete to
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Herbert throwing again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Austin Eckler, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Again, Herbert. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise them. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown.
Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And the kick here no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Gano for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Chargers 41, Browns 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now Mayfield. Airing it out deep for Smith. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Brian Poole. Dashing through the snow. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Anthony Lynn, sensing the play clock running out, will call for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll try to run this one in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time, because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The kick in. We didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this, where that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
3rd down.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
I'm going back to you.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Open man, it's Allen. Herbert. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, Chargers.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. 57. Mike, 57.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
You better bring. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. Check smash. Big Ed, big Ed, big Ed.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Today's final
Charles,
score.
it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chargers, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
Flag on the play.
Hold up.
That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just got a sack, like I run up in the backfield. I just got a sack, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it?
How you like it?
I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens across the border.
Hold up. You know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the hole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety. You boys ain't shake play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.